Dale Robertson's wife reveals the pain they both endured before when they died tragically. Dale Robertson was born Dale Limwan Robertson on July 14, 1923, in Harrah, Oklahoma, and grew up in a modest, hard-working family. His upbringing in rural Oklahoma gave him a deep connection to the outdoors, horses, and the rugged lifestyle that would later define much of his career. Robertson's early life was marked by resilience and determination, qualities that would serve him well in both his acting career and personal life. He attended Classen High School in Oklahoma City, where he was an exceptional athlete, excelling in boxing and horsemanship. These skills would later contribute to his on-screen presence, as many of his roles required physical prowess and a strong connection with horses. Before he became a Hollywood star, Robertson served his country during World War II. He enlisted in the U.S. Army, where he displayed bravery and dedication. Robertson saw combat in the North African and European theaters, earning several commendations, including the Bronze and Silver Stars, for his courage under fire. His wartime experience not only shaped him as a person but also gave him a rugged authenticity that audiences admired. This military background later contributed to the tough, no-nonsense characters he portrayed on screen, endearing him to fans who saw him as a genuine American hero, both in real life and in the roles he played. Dale Robertson's entry into Hollywood was serendipitous. After the war, while recovering from injuries, he took up acting on a whim. A photograph of him in uniform caught the eye of Hollywood agents, and soon after, he was cast in his first film, The Boy with Green Hair, 1948. His rugged good looks and natural charisma made him an instant favorite for westerns, a genre that was immensely popular during the 1950s and 1960s. His ability to perform his stunts, thanks to his horsemanship and athleticism, only added to his appeal. Robertson quickly became a staple of the Western genre, often playing the role of the lone hero or sheriff who embodied justice and integrity. Robertson's big break came with his role in Fighting Man of the Plains, 1949, where he portrayed Jesse James. This performance showcased his ability to blend toughness with a certain charm, making him a standout in the crowded Western genre. He went on to star in numerous films, including The Outcasts of Poker Flat, 1952, Sitting Bull, 1954, and The Silver Whip, 1953. His on-screen persona as a rugged, no-nonsense cowboy resonated with audiences, and he became one of the top Western stars of his era. Unlike some actors who were typecast and limited by the genre, Robertson embraced Westerns, understanding that they played to his strengths as a performer and allowed him to connect with the American public's love of frontier stories. In the late 1950s, Robertson transitioned to television, where he found even greater success. His most iconic role came in Tales of Wells Fargo, 1957–1962, a highly popular Western series in which he played Jim Hardy, a Wells Fargo agent. The show was a massive hit and cemented Robertson's status as one of the leading figures in television westerns. His portrayal of Hardy, a man of few words but immense strength and moral clarity, resonated deeply with viewers. The series' success marked a pivotal moment in Robertson's career, allowing him to move from film to television with ease. His work on the show earned him a loyal fanbase and solidified his reputation as a Western icon. Following the success of Tales of Wells Fargo, Robertson continued to work in television, starring in other series such as Iron Horse, 1966–1968, where he played Ben Calhoun, a gambler who wins a railroad. His television work expanded his audience, and he became known for his commanding screen presence and ability to carry a show. His versatility as an actor allowed him to take on roles in non-Western genres as well, though he always maintained a strong connection to the Westerns that made him famous. His forays into other television shows, like guest spots on popular programs, kept him in the public eye well into the 1970s and 1980s. As Westerns declined in popularity during the 1970s, Robertson continued to work in television and film, though he never recaptured the level of stardom he enjoyed in the 1950s and 1960s. He appeared in guest roles on shows such as Dynasty and Dallas and made occasional film appearances. Despite the changing entertainment landscape, Robertson remained a beloved figure in Hollywood. He eventually retired to his ranch in Yukon, Oklahoma, where he lived out his later years, enjoying the quiet life that had always appealed to him. His love for horses and the Western lifestyle never waned, and he continued to raise and train horses, a passion that had been a constant throughout his life. Dale Robertson's wife, Susan D. Robbins, opened up about the deep emotional struggles the couple faced throughout their marriage, particularly in the years leading up to Dale's tragic death. Dale Robertson, a well-known Western film and television star, was married 4 times during his life. His first marriage to Frederica Jacqueline Wilson in 1951 seemed promising, and the couple had a daughter, Rochelle. However, the marriage began to deteriorate, and the couple eventually separated in 1956, marking the beginning of what would be a turbulent personal life for Robertson. His second marriage, to actress Mary Murphy, was even more short-lived, ending in annulment within a year. The rapid dissolution of these marriages left a mark on Dale, who was trying to balance his Hollywood career with his personal life, often leading to strained relationships. By the time he married his third wife, Lula Mae Maxey, in 1959, Dale was hoping for more stability. Their marriage lasted until 1977, marking a longer period of commitment. However, it too ended, adding to Robertson's complex marital history. This pattern of brief marriages and separations created emotional turmoil for the actor, even as he continued to enjoy success on screen. But it was with his fourth wife, Susan D. Robbins, that Dale found the most lasting and meaningful relationship of his life. They married in 1980 and settled on his ranch in Oklahoma, living a quiet and peaceful life far removed from the glitz of Hollywood. For 32 years, they remained inseparable, building a deep bond and sharing their love for the countryside and each other. However, despite their happy union, the couple faced significant challenges, particularly their inability to have children. This was a source of great emotional pain for both Dale and Susan. They had dreamed of raising a family together, but fate had other plans. The inability to conceive left them feeling hopeless at times, with Susan later revealing how deeply it affected their lives. The emotional strain weighed heavily on their relationship, but they managed to persevere, supporting one another through the hardships. Robertson's role as a father to his daughter Rochelle from his first marriage helped ease some of the pain, but the void of not having children with Susan remained a constant heartache throughout their marriage. Adding to their personal struggles was Dale's long-standing battle with smoking. Dale had been a heavy smoker for many years, and the addiction eventually took a devastating toll on his health. Despite knowing the risks, he found it nearly impossible to quit, and his habit only worsened over time. Smoking became a crutch for him, and as the years went by, the consequences of this addiction became more evident. Susan witnessed the decline in Dale's health firsthand, as he began to suffer from the effects of his smoking, which ultimately led to his tragic death. Dale Robertson's health began to deteriorate in his later years, as he developed both lung cancer and pneumonia, illnesses directly related to his smoking habit. The once strong and energetic actor was now frail and struggling to breathe, a heartbreaking sight for his wife, who stood by his side throughout his battle. The couple endured unimaginable pain during this time, both physically and emotionally. Susan had to watch the love of her life slowly succumb to his illness, knowing that the addiction that had gripped him for so long was now claiming his life. On February 27, 2013, Dale Robertson passed away at Scripps Memorial Hospital in La Jolla, California. He was 89 years old. His death marked the end of a legendary career, but it also brought to light the tragic consequences of his smoking addiction. Susan D. Robbins was left heartbroken, not only by the loss of her husband but also by the years of pain they had endured together. Dale's death was a poignant reminder of the dangers of smoking, and Susan later spoke about the toll it had taken on their lives, both before and after his passing. The emotional and physical suffering Dale and Susan experienced in their later years serves as a testament to the challenges they faced as a couple. Their love for each other remained strong, even in the face of adversity, but the pain of not having children and Dale's debilitating addiction cast a shadow over their otherwise happy marriage. Dale Robertson's legacy as a beloved actor is forever intertwined with the personal battles he fought behind the scenes, and his story serves as a cautionary tale about the dangers of smoking and the emotional toll that unfulfilled dreams can take on a couple's life. I always liked Dale Robertson. I also admire how he and a handful of the old Western stars like Ben Johnson were respectful of women and didn't cotton to all the cussing and the unnecessary exploitation so associated with mainstream Hollywood.